What's up everybody, it's SimIAm. As you can tell, it's going to be another video similar to the last one. We have 4 artists today. The goal of this video is to hopefully help you guys find some more music to get into, just in case you didn't already know about these guys. So for today's video we have Reem Raw, Marty Marv, Kid Tris, and Not Clyde. And we're going to start with Ream Raw. The thing with Ream Raw that I noticed with him that I really liked was he has a very unique and gritty kind of voice. It gives him this feeling of a very traditional or classic rapper, and then on top of that he has this great ability to use a lot of expressive vocal tones so that his voice can carry the message or the intent of the message a little bit further than his actual words can. And to complement this whole style he has going on, he uses a lot of very intense, hard-hitting beats. The whole effect of his approach is that it comes across as very raw, which is a little funny considering his name, but he actually lives up to that name. What he's doing is not very common in hip-hop right now. No filter, no cover-up, no makeup. It has such an organic feeling to it, and I really like his music for that reason. Some songs I really liked from him were Dealer, The Return, Bounce, and Apostle Raw. And so with Ream Raw, if I were to recommend him to you guys, I would say for those of you who are looking for an artist who takes himself very seriously, right? Like his music isn't goofy or lighthearted. His music is very serious, but also a rapper who has a lot of character. I would definitely recommend Ream Raw. And after Ream Raw, the next artist we have is Marty Marv. Now, from the last time I talked with Marty Marv, he told me that he's most likely going to be changing the name. So, just to keep things simple and not confusing, we'll be calling him Marty Marv. So, with Marty Marv, what I noticed about him right away, very personal artist. He has a way of putting his own life into his songs in such a way that, well, I wouldn't call him like an emo rapper or an emotional rapper, whatever you would call that sort of thing, but I would call him an open book sort of artist. He talks about health struggles, he talks about relationship struggles, he talks about the troubles or the difficulties of walking upright with God. His stories and struggles are very captivating to listen to, and I think it's just the candidness with which he tells them. You really feel that he has nothing to lose by telling you these stories. He's just trying to give glory to God. He's just trying to build people up and encourage them. I think what his music might be intended towards is people who might be in a dark place. What helps this whole thing to work so well, in my opinion, is his actual rapping style. He has a very calm but positive way of rapping. You feel as though even though he was sad maybe while he was writing the song, the way he delivers it is that, the way it comes across in his delivery is that, hey, yeah, I was sad, and it's okay to be sad. Like, we're human, we get to have emotions and ups and downs, but I also want you as my listeners to know that there's real hope in Jesus Christ. And it just has such a powerful effect. Overall, his music is it just hits very close to home. And if you are struggling with something, or you know someone who is, or maybe you just like to hear music that comes from the heart and it's just very relatable and vulnerable, then I would highly recommend Marty Marv. Some songs I really enjoyed from him were Grace's Revenge, Called for This, and Unholy 2. So after Marty Marv, we have Kid Tris. Now, I really like Kid Tris. I'm just gonna come right out and say that. And what I like about him so much is he just has this immense energy that just flows through all his songs. Even when he's being more calm with the vocals, it's party music. But the catch with Kid Tris is that it's not just party music. As Christians, we all have testimonies, right? When we come to Christ, we all have some story We did it. We weren't just born into it. We all came there of our own volition. With Kid Tris, when I listened to his testimony within his music, he sounds like he went through some pretty heavy stuff to keep it short. But what's so amazing to me, what's so awesome is how bold he is, how unashamed he is to share this testimony. And you really I really get the impression that nothing to him within his music is more important than glorifying God. Even more important than the partying, even more important than having fun and being cool. He does all these things, but above all else, he wants to glorify God with his testimony, where he came from. And I just think that's really awesome. And when you combine all of that with the loud beats, the excessive ad-libs, the crazy auto-tuning, you just get this really sold out for Christ and wild effect. And he makes it work like a charm. If you like artists who make great party music but have substance underneath, so that there's good seeds being sowed in your heart and mind and to whoever else is listening, then yeah, I would highly recommend Kid Tris. Some of my favorite songs from him were I really liked Barracuda, Ballin', and the third song, I don't know how to say it, but it's just 3 U's and a heart, so I guess ooh ooh ooh. I mean, I really don't know with that one, but it's a great song. And so our last artist is Not Clyde. Now, I like Not Clyde's music. I want to say that, so you guys don't think I'm bashing him or anything. Before we get into his music, I need a moment. I need to talk about his artist name. I need to talk about Not Clyde himself. It's so intriguing to me that he would pick that as an artist name. I mean, with billions of names to choose from that probably aren't already taken, he chose to pick a name that says he's not something rather than what he might be, right? Like, as a comparison, Mowgli the Iceberg, that's who he is. He's Mowgli the Iceberg. But with Not Clyde, he's not Clyde. So it just kind of begs the question: who is he? What is he? What is the point of him being not Clyde? Why is that more important than anything else? It's like if I became an artist. God forbid I become an artist, but if I name myself, I'm not SimIAm. I really like that he picked Not Clyde. It's intriguing, and it's really cool to have some intrigue as an artist. But I think about it when I'm listening to his music. Why is he not Clyde? But again, the intrigue works. And Not Clyde in general, he's very much more of a mysterious artist. He's not an open book. All of that aside, though, I'm actually really big on Not Clyde's sound. I love the chaotic feeling that there is to his music. Like when I listen to his songs, they make me feel a little crazy, honestly, but there's such a method to the madness, and it sounds really nice. Like his music is very rich. There's a lot of random harmonies, a lot of excessive ad-libs, a lot of like random changes in the pitch of his voice. So you get these songs that kind of just fluctuate as you're listening. And what I really appreciate about how Not Clyde pulls this off is that his songs never come across as feeling disjointed. I'm never listening to a Not Clyde song and thinking, okay, what's the point? What's the message behind this? Why am I here? As wild as the songs might make me feel, there's always a clear starting point, a clear ending point, and a message that the more you listen to the song, the more available that message actually becomes. And I think that's really awesome that he manages to pull all that off. And then on top of all this, because he's kind of mysterious as an artist, there's a lot of room for hidden messages within his songs. I've definitely been listening to his songs and I'm like, okay, there's something I'm missing here. There's a message. Overall, his style is really eccentric, and I recommend him to people. I take that back. I'm not gonna recommend him. I'm not gonna try to categorize him because he does a lot of different things, and I don't want you guys to go in expecting one thing and he's doing something else and you're like, what the heck, SimIAm? So So I'm gonna stake my reputation on this one. If you guys generally trust my musical opinions, then I recommend that you at least go check him out. Some of my favorite songs from him were what's it called? One Star, Lone Star, yeah. Look Arrow, and Snowy the Frostman. So that's everyone for this video. Thank you guys for watching, first of all, and secondly, if there's any artists that you guys think I might not know about, or just generally upcoming artists you guys would like to hear be discussed more, just let me know in the comments and I will do my best to include them in next month's video. But again, thank you guys for watching, and until next week, peace out.